Hello everybody, and welcome back to more Museum Madness. Last time we finished off the computer hall. Now we're going to be in the space and flight hall. So, we'll probably just finish this off. We might be able to in like a half hour or so, but I'll just finish it all the way off. See if I can. So this is the solar system. This is one of the ones that plagued me I had a lot of trouble for a long time. Stars produce streams of electromagnetic radiation that travel through space. This radiation consists of waves of different lengths. Each wavelength has different special characteristics. Some of the radiation is visible to us as light from stars. Other wavelengths are invisible to the unaided eye, but can be observed through telescopes with special instruments. Astronomers use the different waves to identify stars and to learn about their composition. Each star's unique combination of electromagnetic radiation is called its signature. Look at all the stars. I love looking at the night sky. It makes me think about how large the universe is and how small we are. The sky looks peaceful enough, but I'm sure something must be wrong or we wouldn't be here. Warning, computer analysis has determined that stars in projection dome do not match star atlas settings. Uh-oh, that's the main computer's voice. Probably means something bad is about to happen. Warning, program overload cannot resolve out-of-place star data. System will shut down sequence initiated. Star data will be purged from system in 60 minutes. I guess that means I have to find a way to put those stars back where they belong. I always wanted to save the world, but saving the universe is a little much. Maybe I should check with Mick, he usually has some good info. So yeah, this one's a pain in the butt. Or it was for a long time. I actually had to look it up the first time I did it. The planetarium is a domed room that is made to look like a night sky. Lights are projected onto the ceiling from a celestial projector to replicate stars, planets, and other objects. However, there are actually billions of stars, galaxies, planets, and other objects in the universe. Most of these celestial objects are too far away to be seen or emit radiation that is not visible without the use of telescopes with special instruments. The museum planetarium has a unique setup with 4 types of telescopes. These astronomical instruments allow you to see the many wavelengths of electromagnetic radiation emitted by stars, planets, and other celestial objects. I remember it said oh wow, March 9th, 2014, that's so far in the future? Whoa, I wonder what life will be like back then. So let's look at the star atlas here. This looks just like the sky in the planetarium, but something tells me that it's not quite the same. If I'm correct, I should be able to get some information about stars from this screen. Maybe I can use the info to put the stars back where they belong. So there's about 5 little dots here, and I never noticed this because I would whip my mouse around and be like, why isn't it doing anything? No, there's right there. So if we set the date to 1/5/1948, height 20, H20 V145, and match up things with that. We'll give this a go anyway. So let's look at this star up here. The planetarium's projector can show stars in many configurations. Although the sky seems filled with stars, only about 3,000 objects are visible at one time. The projector must be set to the correct date since the movement of the Earth changes the visible stars throughout the year. Oh, okay, so we click on these things in the back, and it tells us what star we're looking at. So if we want this star here, the spectrum has to look like that. So we look at the spectrum thing like that, and the visible light will look like this. The radio telescope will show us that. Infrared telescope will show us this. And that's one thing, because this just looks like background. These don't look like things that you would click on. But they are. So we have yeah. So I think that's actually the one that we're looking at. Right? If we look at this, yeah, it looks the same. It has the same look to it. We'll check all the other ones just to make sure. This is just a regular telescope. That's what it looks like. I think this is the spectrometer. And this one is the infrared telescope. Yeah. So what do we have to do? What do we set it to? 1948, 20, 145. And we can watch the star change each day. Just hold that down, 1948. Right, yep, 20 and 145. Kind of fun watching it change as you move it up. I actually can't remember. Is there any... Nope, this is the only part of this exhibit. I was thinking of something else, but like the exploring space one, but I think that's another... I guess it's another exhibit. Let a star. I guess that means I got that one back where it belongs. All those little green people can thank me for restoring their sun to its rightful place in the universe. So now we have this one. And what does it look like? So we have a... It looks like a butterfly with the radio telescope. And, oh, it looks kind of like a nebula, I guess. Maybe that's what that is. Spectrometer, you know, it's got little lines, of course. Yeah, it's kind of like a butterfly blobby thing. So let's look and see which one of these matches up to that. Let's see, is it this one? Nope, definitely not that one. How about that one? Nope. Nope. Must be this one then. Yeah, there it is. Cosmic fog. Okay, so these actually say what they are. So this one just says star. But it doesn't actually, like, I thought it maybe just like, oh, okay, here's the data of this particular star. But no, this is the star. This is a cosmic fog. So we want 1119, 1971, 330, 50. Gosh, 2012. So far in the future. And I forgot what the other numbers were. 330, 50. We'll just sit here and let it run. Clickety clickety click. 330 and then down. There was probably one time I actually sat near an hour staring at this thing, trying to figure out what it was I was supposed to do with it. Project. Chalk another one up for the good guys. This is easier than I thought. It wasn't actually, but now it is because I know what I'm doing. So now we look at our radio information. Your radio telescope says it's that. The oh, it looks like a little binary star with a nebula. Okay, interesting. What does this one say? Yep. And finally, yeah, kind of like a little binary thing. It is cool that we look at all these different things. They have all these different ways to give us info about these stars that are so far away. That's not it. That's not it. This one. It's a twin star. Yep. 3/8, 1986, 240, 20. I'll go ahead and just like run it myself here. There it goes behind the projector. I wonder if it'll just disappear back there. But yeah, really, I really had to look this up the first time because like I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out that like you're supposed to look at these things, and then also that you could click on the star data. Click on the stars in the picture. I was just a big dummy. I was dumb, and I forgot what it was I'm looking for. It's twin star, 3, 8, 1986, and 20. So let's go ahead and, if we can crank this up, probably resets at 360. Yep. I can't believe I have to look at it again. I can't keep 5 numbers in my head and then keep talking at the same time. 3, 8, 1986. And project. Hook another one up. Alright, last one. Well, actually, no, this is the second to last one. Let's look at the info. Alright, so this is the one with like the bop it shape. Look at everything again. Oh goodness, I'm having a big yawn. Almost 10 o'clock. Probably this will be the last recording I make for the day, and then I'll take a break for a while. The radio waves one is the one easiest to identify it by. You know, with the bop it shape thing. But, and you know, the spectrum is like, I'm not going to be able to tell what those are from that. But I'm glad it's there to show us, like, hey, this is what it looks like. This is what other information we can gather from this. So anyway, this is a red giant. 5/14/1988, 120/85. So 5/14/1988. And what was the other thing? 120/85. Glad I replayed this. This game is a lot less... It's a little bit janky. It's not nearly as janky as Operation Neptune was, though, because it's not really action-oriented. Things are very... Like, you're able to take things at a much slower pace. And, just a point-and-click adventure, which is about the way I'd want to play it. Just watch all these numbers go by. Yay, numbers. Alright, after this there should just be one more. Bloop. There it is. I mean, we know what this last one is, but let's look at everything anyway. Just because it's kind of cool. Got the circle thing. Yep. Sort of. Goodness. All these stars making me yawn. This is a white dwarf. It just exploded and left out this big old cloud of gas, and all that's left is the tiny dot from far away. 8/26/1991, 40/260. I already forgot what date it was. 1991, 40/260. Watch it slowly move across the sky. Just about there. There we go. Project. That makes 5. I guess I just saved the universe from a date with data destruction. Now back to the main hall, see what else has to be done. After this, fixing other museum exhibits should be a piece of cake. Pretty much. Glad I got that one fixed too, because that one, yeah. I mean, you could see how I thought maybe those telescopes were the thing in the background. And it's gonna be, like, hard to figure out what it was they wanted from me. And just, like, not clickable. But anyway, the next one. It's weird how that one's called the solar system when it's about different stars. This one, rockets and computers. This is the one I thought was part of the other one. 2 inventions have made spaceflight possible. These inventions are the rocket engine and the computer. Rocket engines carry both the fuel they burn and the oxygen necessary to burn the fuel. This makes it possible for them to operate in the vacuum of outer space. Computers make it possible to control the complex systems that guide rockets to their destinations and control spacecraft across the vast distances they travel. This looks like a giant TV that got caught in a lawnmower, but it's obviously a computer display screen. The computer glitch must have scrambled it. Same thing happened to my report on aardvarks, but I couldn't convince my teacher that the computer ate my homework. This one will be a long one, so this will probably only be the only 2 we do in this one. The Chinese invented the first rockets more than 1,000 years ago. Rockets were first used in celebrations and to scare away enemy horses in battle. Rockets have always been powerful weapons, but in the 20th century they've been used for peaceful purposes as well. 20th century, lol. The development of large rockets capable of carrying heavy payloads has made space exploration possible. So here we go. Oh, some people are lighting fireworks off tonight, speaking of. Maybe I can use these buttons to reprogram the screen. So, Chinese rockets. Yep. Chinese invented rockets more than 1,000 years ago. At first, they were used in ceremonies and to create fireworks. By the year 1300, the Chinese used gunpowder rockets attached to arrows to frighten the horses of their enemies in battle. I believe these are the liquid-fueled ones. Yep. The first rocket to use liquid fuel was launched by Robert Goddard in 1926. Goddard's rocket had 3 chambers, one containing fuel, a second containing liquid oxygen, and a third chamber in which the 2 liquids ignited. Thrust was produced by expanding gases that were created when the fuel and oxygen burned. There's the V2 rocket. Von Braun's V2 rocket. Werner von Braun invented the first long-distance rocket during World War II. His rocket, called the V2, was used as a weapon by the German army. It used the same principles as Goddard's liquid-fueled rockets and could travel over 200 miles. The V2 signaled the beginning of modern rocketry. And now, we have the modern rockets. There we go. The development of multi-stage rockets like the Soviet A-1 Vostok and the American Saturn V made it possible to launch rockets into space. As the fuel in each stage burns up, that stage is discarded, and the next stage ignites. It is only the small third stage that reaches 17,000 miles per hour and actually goes into Earth's orbit. I guess I haven't lost the knack. When it comes to computer bug, just call me the Terminator. I'll be back. Next room. This is the Space Shuttle Launch Control Room. It seems to be working just fine, but there seems to be some problem. Alert! Alert! Shuttle launch program malfunction. Automatic launch sequence aborted. Manual override sequence in effect. I knew it was too good to be true. Should have kept my mouth shut. Alert, alert. Space station destruct sequence initiated. Space station will self-destruct in 60 minutes. Sounds like the space station is going to blow up in my face. I hate when that happens. Maybe I should see if MECC can give me any more info. Rockets are used to launch satellites into space. They can be guided into precise orbits and rendezvous with orbiting satellites, including the Moon. Launching a rocket from Earth so that it intercepts a satellite may seem like a simple task. However, hitting a moving target such as a satellite requires planning. In addition, the rotation of the Earth makes the rocket's path curve as it travels toward the satellite. A successful rendezvous in space must take these two factors into account. This one's a tough one. I think I used trial and error before. Let's see if there's actually any hints to do that. History of Rocket's computer display was scrambled by the... Yep, okay. And the next. The computer launch program in this simulation of a space station and shuttle has been destroyed. You must launch the shuttle with the correct angle so it will rendezvous with the space station. If the shuttle and space station do not meet within 60 minutes, I predict that the computer system will be overloaded beyond repair. This is one of the few unique puzzles, and another unique puzzle is later on in this same area. It's either the launch control panel or a video game. I wonder what those buttons do. So pretty much you just have to like trial and error, yeah. So we have 0. See, a little too far away. Oops, I missed. I hope this doesn't show up on my test scores. Maybe I should take another look at the way these things are moving around. I know I can figure this out. So let's try 45. Nope, I think it's the wrong way. Yeah, it's getting farther away. I missed again. There goes another rocket into the void of outer space. Secret is in the angles. So we'll try 315. Oh, almost. 270? We're getting closer at least. So we'll wait for it to go around. Oh, there it is. You have solved the problem. It's a pretty cool little trial and error puzzle. I thought it was a lot more complicated than it actually was as a kid. It was just trial and error though. Here's another unique one. This one's very interesting. This is the Explorer Probe control room. Computer glitch must have caused some problem here. Wonder what it is. Alert, alert. The Explorer probe has entered the asteroid belt. Probability of negative encounter with asteroid is 99.999999%. Auto-firing of rockets is disabled. Manual programming of rocket firing sequence required. Something must have wiped out the auto-firing sequence. Wonder what will happen if the probe isn't reprogrammed. The good old MECC can give me a clue. Computers are used to program rockets for deep space exploration. The rocket in this simulation is an exploration satellite traveling through the asteroid belt. The satellite's computer-controlled rockets must be programmed in advance since it takes radio waves too long to reach the satellite to allow direct control. Radio waves travel at the speed of light, almost 186,000 miles per second, but the asteroid belt is more than 112 million miles from Earth. A single signal would take more than 10 minutes to reach a satellite in the asteroid belt. So this is the programming one. You're actually like having to program the rocket. This looks complicated. I better chill out and read the instructions. Can't be any harder than my last math test. Of course, Einstein would have failed that. So, what you do is you fire a rocket, you fire it this way, and then next, 1 second, and the next start there. At this point, you'll want to hit the down rocket to go this way. So it moves here, and it moves here. At 5, you'll want to hit up rocket again. And it'll just keep going this way. 6 goes here, which again I think you'll want to hit the down rocket. Maybe. You'll hit the down rocket here. 7. And then 8. We'll stop with the, we'll use the 4, the right rocket, to just keep traveling up. Then we get here. We'll use the 4 rocket again to keep going this way. And then finally, oh no, I think that might be a little too late. Because we can only use one thing, and that'll just drive us up there. So, but I'll show you what it does. We'll see what happens here. See, as you can see, fire rocket 3 goes up, and the 4, 5 fire rocket there. See, and this goes just a little bit. Yeah, as you can see, like, it'll keep going this way, but I can't stop it because it'll take more than one turn. Crunch. Whoa, crash and burn. I hate when that happens. I guess I need a little more practice. Maybe I should try to plot the course more carefully. So we want this. So we want stop at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then wait a minute. Oops. Cancel that out. Cancel that out. Alright. So, what? That's weird. 5 and 5? There was a weird little glitch there. That was weird. There was a 0 there too. I wonder if it was like displayed wrong for a second. Anyway, fire rocket that way. Then 2, nothing. 3, hit the down air rocket, so it goes up. 4, nothing. 5, nothing. We'll hit the up rocket, so it goes down. This one, we won't do anything. We'll let it travel over another square. And the 7 rocket will hit the down again, so it goes back up. Then 8, we'll hit, we'll go with this 4th rocket to stop it from going right. 9, it goes up. And we'll probably right here is when we'll want to hit the 4 rocket again. So we go this way. Then here, we hit this rocket. So it just keeps going up. And then I think that one. Well, let's find out. I think that looks about right. If it's not, then we can easily just fiddle around with it a little bit. But this is like, it's a cool problem. It's a cool puzzle. Oh, yep, it did it. Yay! That finishes the last program. This exhibit is back to normal, although normal isn't so normal around here. Better head back to the main hall and see what other catastrophes need my personal touch. That computer glitch sure glitched up the museum. So that's one of the cooler ones once you figure out how to do it. That one has some of the cooler puzzles in it. So we'll probably stop here for the night because I'm getting kind of sleepy and it's about a half hour. We'll probably take about a half hour to do these ones next time too, because they're kind of a pains in the butt, but also some really good ones. Alright, so thanks for watching. I'm Jesse on. This is Museum Madness, and I'll see you next time.